talk about an instance where someone literally stalked me, like literally. Now this is not the first time that this has happened. This is the most recent stalker that I actually know of. Before this, I mean, it was people who went to high school with me, my ex-husband, just random boyfriends. I mean, I don't know, just people here and there. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. So one day I went out on this date. This guy was like, "Oh, meet up with me," and I said, "Okay." Since I always told him no, I said, "Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and meet up with you because I never gave you the opportunity." So I said, "Might as well go out, have some, have a drink or two, and just talk. Meet someone new." So we go hang out, we talk, and I mean, really, I'm a very, very chill person. So I was kind of like, "Oh, well, we don't have to go inside. We could just sit in the car, talk, get to know each other." So anyway, so I'm sitting in the car with him, talk to him for what seemed to be hours. It had to have been 2 or 3 hours because I know I left the house at least 9 o'clock, and I met up with him at like 9:10, 9:15, and I was there until 11:30, 12. I told him, I said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna have to." I promised my friend I was gonna meet her at a country club, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to the country club. I'll catch up with you later, I'll talk to you later. He said, "Okay, cool, whatever." I told him bye. I left, and I went to my homeboy's house, Jermaine's like my best friend. Like, I love the dude. But anyway, so nothing like that, just a very, very casual friend. So I go to his house and I tell him about the little date that I had, and I told him, okay, well, I told him I was going to Studson's, which I planned on going to Studson's, but I had to go talk to Jermaine first. Jermaine is right across the street from Studson's, so why not? So I went to Jermaine's and I was like, "Jermaine, it was pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I mean, it seems okay." And Jermaine was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's good." And then Jermaine goes, "How was the date? Blah, blah, blah." I told him it was okay. So next thing I know, the guy texts me and he goes, "Shantora, my tire went flat. I need you to come pick me up and take me to the to Walmart to get a whatever you call it, to hike your car." I don't even know what the name was, a jack, I don't know, whatever. And I said, I really didn't want to go. I told your man, I said, "I don't want to go." He said, "Just go. I mean, he called you out of anybody. I mean, I would go help him." And I said, "Okay." Because, lately, after, being taken advantage so many times, I mean, I'm not going to really just jump when someone says jump anymore. So that's just plain and simple. So anyway, so I go trying to help the dude. He tells me where he's at. I meet up with him. He gets out the car. First of all, he acts like the car was busted. It was on the side where I couldn't see. So he goes and kneeling down, trying to, deal with the tire like it's messed up. He comes to the car, gets in the car. He goes, "I just want to tell you something." I said, "What?" He goes, "I just want you to know that you're a liar." And I was like, "What? What?" He goes, "You're a liar. I just want you to know that." I said, "What? From what?" He said, "You're a liar. I just want you to know that." And I said, "Why would I be a liar?" "Well, after the date or whatever, I followed you. I saw where you parked your car. I saw, what apartments you went in. I saw the apartment number you went in. And I saw, where you went and all this stuff." And I was like, now, first of all, I knew he was a little crazy at that point. So I was trying to make it seem like it was okay. I was like, "Oh, what? I mean, why would you even, why would you judge me like that?" That's what I said. Because I was like, okay, we need to do this in a casual way because he was crazy enough to stalk me. So, because he's in my car right here with the key in his hand, like facing me like he's going to stab me or some shit. So, I told him, I said, "Oh, okay. So, look, this is the car, the seat right here." I'm like sitting right here. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to demonstrate. But I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, well, why did why are you judging me? I mean, you don't know what I'm doing." Now, I didn't make it seem like he was crazy because I could have been like, "Why the fuck are you following me, first of all?" But I said, "Why are you, what? And he goes, "Well, I know, I'm not your man." And I was like, "Okay." And he goes, "But you didn't have to lie. You said you were going to Studson's and you went to the apartments." And I said, "Well, first of all, I don't have to tell you everything that I do. You don't know my situation. You don't know if I was picking up somebody to take them to Studson's. You don't know what the situation was to even judge it. So anyways, this is why I feel like it went a little bit further than him just, driving by, maybe seeing where I parked and stuff. He said, okay, well, if that's how you want to be, I said, first of all, that guy's my friend. I try to make it seem really, really casual because I didn't want to die. And he was right there in my car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you have to play a little smart. So that's the first thing I could think of, is kind of play with him with his game. Like, oh, well, why would you do that? I mean, it, made it seem like stalking was not an issue. But deep down, I knew, like, okay, this is crazy, you know? So anyway, so he goes, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go knock on your homeboy's door, and we're gonna ask him if he's just a friend. And I was like, what? Okay, I said, you don't have to do that, and anyway, so he gets out of my car, he slams the door, like, boom. I almost thought that my freaking window was gonna break. And he starts like driving, like I'm like driving, and then he's driving like right next to me, and it was like he was trying to go to my homeboy's house. I'm like, oh my god, do I call my homeboy and tell him like, hey, like this dude's trying to come to your house? Like, what the fuck do I do? So anyway, so I'm driving and stuff, and then my heart was beating so fast, and I remember I just like turned. I was like trying to hurry up and turn, and then he turns, and then oh my god, I thought he was gonna run me off the road at that second, because he was like acting so freaking crazy and so freaking just erratic over something. This is the first time I ever hung out with him. I mean, it was, it was just like just a normal casual date. So he like tries to hurry up and turn, and I turn, and I'm in front of him, and I was like, I really hope this dude don't try to run me off the road. I don't know what the fuck is going on in his mind. I don't know why the hell he even felt like that was okay. So anyway, so then he ran the other way. Whew, thank God. I was so relieved. I said, I'm super calling my friend. I'm like, oh, hey, the guy that I was supposed to help, he's saying that he's coming to your house to figure out if you're really my man. And I was like, oh my God. And then he's like, what? And he's like freaking out and stuff. And he said he just took his medication so he would go to bed. And so he said it's going to knock him out. And so I pull up at his apartment. I sit in the car for a second. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I come in? I mean, what should I do? And then he told me to sit in the car for a little bit to kind of look both ways, things like that. Didn't see anybody, didn't see the guy, things like that. And I decided, I said, you know what? My police officer friend is at Stetson's. So I went to Stetson's, met up with my police officer friend, and then had him kind of keep an eye on me the rest of the night, because I did not want to go straight home, because I didn't know if this guy was following me. I didn't know what's going on. My homeboy sitting up there, he said he's at the house, he has a knife ready, for if the guy comes. But it's just like, what? It was just so weird, and it was so just off guard. Like, we did not understand what was going on. So the guy texts me, the guy who was stalking me apparently, and then he texts me and goes, I just want you to know you're a bitch or whatever, and you can delete my fucking number and forget that you ever met me and things like that. But I was like, okay, I didn't even text back. I let him text whatever he had to text, and I kept his number in my phone purposely, because if I deleted his number, then I would never know who's calling me. So I have to know who's calling me, and I think I might have blocked him. I'm not exactly sure or not, but this is crazy. And this is the most recent stalker issue that I ever had. I've had other stalker issues. It's not necessarily something that is rare for me. It's very, very common for me. I don't know what it is, but I